I want to share with you this thing called the power posture. You know, many times people put the hand behind, they relax, they put the leg up. That's power positions. When someone win a 100-meter race, they raise their hand, or when you win something, you always raise their hand. These are the gestures that are associated with winning positions. But these are the uh, less powerful gestures. These are less powerful. This is a power gestures. Okay, this is a power gestures. The woman is having a very powerful gestures. The man is different power gestures. So if you have watched this famous clip by Amy Cuddy in TED Talk, in 120 seconds, it says that the TED Talk is like maybe, I don't know, maybe about 30 odd minutes of TED Talk, but you do not need to really go through the 30 minutes of TED Talk. You just need to know the gist of what is being shared here. In this, they did a research and they found out that if you do a power gesture for 120 seconds, 120 seconds, which means for 2 minutes, you do the gestures, it is enough to increase your testosterone by 20% and reduce your cortisol level by 25%. I repeat again, in this entire video by Amy Cuddy on body language is simplified into this particular most important study. It says, if you do a power gestures, which means you raise your hand up for 120 seconds, or you do these power gestures, whatever it is for you, you just do this, or you just do this, whatever power gestures that you think it is your power gestures, and you do it 120 seconds before you step up on stage. It is enough to create a 20% increase in testosterone level, which means you can increase your male dominant you. The male dominant level is a chemical, right? Testosterone will help you increase your testosterone, which is a more dominant part of you, but increase by 20% by doing these gestures for 120 seconds, 2 minutes, and it reduces your cortisol level. Cortisol is a chemical that detects stress. So the lower the cortisol, the lesser stress level you have. And it is proven if you do the power gestures for 120 seconds, you are able to reduce your cortisol level, your stress hormone, by 25%. So use these power gestures. In a workshop, I always ask the audience, so when do we actually use body language? And most of them will say, oh, at the beginning of the presentation, or some of them during the presentation, some of them at the end, so on and so forth, But I can tell you, the body language happens even before you step on stage. So you can do this very simply. Just before your name is being called upon, stand up behind. Do not sit down on a cramped area, especially on a theater style where everyone is sitting, next to each other. There is no movements. So whenever my name is being, I know that I'm going to be the next speaker, I won't sit down in a very cramped area. I couldn't move. I will stand behind the room, look at all the audience, and I will walk around. I will do this in my power positions. Sometimes I will do this in my power position. Do whatever that you think you can do in the particular location. Now, if you do this like this at the back of when a speaker is speaking in front, people thought, what are you doing, right? So you can do this kind of power gestures. As long as you stand up straight, are able to allow you to do a deep breathing. Do this and do not cramp yourself in a seat before your name is being called upon to speak up. Okay, always I will do my best to always stand up, stand straight up, head held high, shoulder back, chest up, and so on and so forth. And I will do the power position for 120 seconds in order for me to increase my testosterone by 20% and reduce the cortisol by 25%.